Sports, your local sports leader.
All because of you guys!
Highlights, interviews, and insight you won't find anywhere else. Brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona and Spoiled, quick quality oil change in Riverside. Inland Sports hosted by Pep Fernandez. Honored by the Southern California Interscholastic Football Coaches Association, the National Football Foundation, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the CIF Southern Section Champion of Character.
Hey, what's up, Pep? Too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
You're watching Inland Sports.
Home of the Cucamonga Quakes. KTDD
Cucamonga.
Riverside, San Bernardino.
Rancho
Sports
Cuba.
Radio, 1350 AM.
After Jay Moore, it's Steve Gorman. Weekdays at 3 on Fox Sports 1350.
Fox Sports trending now.
In tennis action earlier this morning, Serena Williams completed the Serena Slam.
Here we go.
Football, baseball, and everything sports in the Inland Empire. Welcome to the Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM.
The champs are here. We've got the champions in the house. And we're not talking about the Inland Sports team, but we are champions as well. We've got intern Angel, David Zink from the Press Enterprise, of course, Greg Ulating on the board, keeping us on the air, live and amplified here on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. I'm Pep Fernandez, and of course you can also watch us live and amplified all over the world on the Inland Sports YouTube channel. But the champs that I'm talking about,
Not us.
but Redlands East Valley, the football team, man. Armando Herrera, Khris Vaughn, Matteo BIscotti going to join us in just a little bit to break down the upcoming season and kind of reflect back a little bit on last year's magical season. It was magical, right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. And, yeah.
You guys don't seem impressed. I mean, what do you want, like an intergalactic title? You want them to go to like another planet and win something? I mean, they won the state championship.
Are there championships on other planets?
I don't know. I mean, what's beyond that? A national title? A global championship? What else can they do? What else do you want from them?
I want more.
Jeez.
There you go.
Tough
Gosh,
crowd.
just not impressed.
They're gonna give us more this year.
We'll talk to them about it. Hey, they got the target on their back. They got some good teams in non-league play. Of course, they got the real meaty CBL schedule. We got some good teams in there. And the Inland Division, as we saw last year, maybe outside of those first-round matchups, man, it was wide open. I mean, there was a lot of good teams, some great games beginning in the quarterfinals. So we're going to talk about them all.
Reloading.
A lot of those teams are reloading. I've seen Citrus Hill. Heritage has some guys
We
coming
talked to
back.
Coach Steinberg about Rancho Verde.
The Rancho Verde will be back with our boy Jeff Steinberg. Saw him the other day. I was driving out, taking the family to a little dinner, and he was out front. Okay, so
Was it a wink and a point?
well,
Is that
hold
what you
on.
guys did?
Before we thank our fine sponsors, Adrenaline Athletic Training and Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. So I saw Jeff Steinberg standing out front. His little girls were out there, and they were actually, get this, his kids were arguing who's going to get the opportunity to wash Dad's car. Wow, I've never seen that happen.
He's raised those kids.
It
right.
won't happen for long either.
But your boy Jeff Steinberg was out there. He was wearing a t-shirt of a popular cartoon, movie, action figure. I want you guys to try to guess.
One of those little minions.
No. You guys got any other guesses? Mike, we pulled away, and my kids in the back.
I was going to say SpongeBob.
No, it's not SpongeBob. My kids in the back were like, was he really wearing that? I was like, yeah, it's cool. That's Coach Steinberg. That's my boy over there.
Adventure Time, man.
They had a movie come out about, I don't know, a year or two ago. Very popular.
Rocky and Bullwinkle, I heard from the hallway.
No, listen, when I was Rocky and Bullwinkle, who was that? Was that Mr. BIscotti? Come on. No, they had a cartoon when I was younger. I would say...
When you were younger?
When I was younger, maybe 10, 12, 13, around there. Not Sesame Street.
Transformers.
You're getting closer now.
It wasn't Transformers.
So an older cartoon they brought up to date, and they made a movie out of it, which I saw the movie.
The Smurfs.
Not the Smurfs. Megan Fox was in it. And it wasn't Transformers. Cartoons.
Dude,
Man, I'm
done.
horrible.
They're ninjas.
Oh my God, Teenage Mutant Ninja
Yes!
Turtles.
Thank you. I think
Wow.
my boy Khris Vaughn knew that, right? Chris knew.
Shoot.
Good Lord, you guys.
Good work, Chris.
You're not.
Wait a minute.
Listen.
Talk about being vague. They made a movie. Who hasn't made
They
a movie?
made a cartoon. They had action figures.
Everybody's made a movie.
When I was younger.
Listen. Okay, come on.
Like, because he knew the answer, he's like, you're a bunch of idiots.
When did they make Minions action figures? When were the Minions in a cartoon a long time ago?
Minions were the
when I was
biggest thing
younger.
in the
Well, wait, in my defense, I said Minions before you said they were in a cartoon a long time ago, because that was the second clue you gave. I threw it out there right away. You just said they're...
The show's really getting off the tracks, and I feel like we haven't even started
And by the
yet.
way, poor Spoiled Oil and Adrenaline Athletic Training,
yeah.
you completely ignored them for this.
They're waiting for their...
They're like, we're sponsoring this show to talk Ninja Turtles?
What the hell is wrong with us?
Man, we're proudly brought to you by Adrenaline Athletic Training. If you're watching us live and amplified right now all over the world on the Inland Sports YouTube channel, you can see their logo. There's Adrenaline. And of course, Spoiled, quick, quality oil change right here in Riverside. Bill Navigado is our guy. In fact, I want Bill to call in the show at one of these points.
And scold us for that conversation?
He can do that. He can really get on us about that. But also, maybe like car tips.
That'd be awesome.
Get your oil change. I'm looking at you, Angel. World famous
I
intern
refuse.
Angel over here.
But, Pep, you still haven't had the oil changed in your car.
It'll happen.
You'll be caught roadside.
Apparently.
It'll happen. Hey,
When the car finally breaks down.
When it breaks down, he's going to call me and sing.
hey, the key member of our team, Greg Gillate down here, he had a blowout this week. Do you know that?
Oh,
No.
man.
Scary. Blew his bumper clear off.
Sweet.
I don't know. So
No wonder he's been nicer to me today. He had like
Has he been nice to
a
you?
near-death experience.
Maybe that car was that the XB was trying to transform.
Oh, man.
oh, going Transformer route?
Oh, yeah.
I love Transformers. All right, listen. So anyways, Jeff Steinberg wore a Ninja Turtle shirt. That's all I was trying to get to.
Wow.
That's it. Let's do some shout-outs. We always do it right off the top of the show. David Zink, you're itching to give some shout-outs here on the Inland Sports Show.
City of Colton, 128 years of city. Anniversary today.
Yep, happy
120
birthday.
128 years.
Happy birthday, Colton.
Greg over here, the pride of Colton High School. He's got to be excited about that.
Absolutely, I stole it from him, actually. And my other one
Great.
is Austin Gentry.
Who's
Corona's own Austin Gentry, a rower who's at Grand Valley State in Michigan. He was rowing in the 8s at the university games. They won gold. So I say shout out.
That's awesome. Those are two good shout-outs. Hey, can Greg Gillate down here, do you want to give a quick birthday wish to the city of Colton, Greg?
Happy birthday, Seatown.
Oh, man.
C-Town.
C-Town.
That's how they do it, see?
Yep.
Is that you guys do
What a
it?
guy.
Hey, Intern Angel, world famous. You got a shout-out?
Hey, man, I got another happy birthday out to 7-Eleven convenience stores, man. Happy birthday.
What is...
You know what? Hey, go get your free
Slurpee
Slurpee
time.
today, July 11th. Hit my guys up on University Village.
It's 7-Eleven, Pep.
What is going on with this show today?
He's getting free promos.
What are you talking about? We're looking to try and get a couple Slurpees. Take it easy.
Listen, I'm going to get us back going in the right direction with this shout-out. Jacob Nottingham from Redlands High School, right?
Shout out.
Just called up to the California League. We had him on the show last week after he hit his first California League home run with the Lancaster Jethawks. Last night, how about 2 home runs? That Inland Sports magic rubbing off on Jacob, 2 home runs. So if you want to see Jacob Nottingham in the California League, you better hurry up, because I don't think he's going to be with Lancaster very long. They already have him hitting like in the 5th spot in the lineup, and he's hitting bombs. I think he's hitting over 400 right now.
So
Ridiculous.
Is that every time he hits a home run, his mom weeps because she knows he's going to be leaving again?
I met his mom actually the other day. I went out to one of their games at
She's
Rancho
like,
Cucamonga.
don't do that.
They're very proud of him.
I know.
And
But he was talking about when he came home how she was so excited that he was coming home because she was going to get to see him play baseball and see him every day and all that. And you're saying he's heading back out probably.
I'm just saying, where is AA for the Dodge? For Houston? I don't know. It's not in California.
It's in
I know
AA
that.
town somewhere.
So yeah, so he's not going to be around very long. He's too good. So looks like he's got the fast track going up to the big leagues. Hey, world famous Intern Angel, can you start moving the Redlands East Valley guys in here? But as Zeke and I, we're going to talk about Centennial real quick. Greg Gillate, cue up that Evil Empire music, because I want to bring something up here. The Centennial High School football team, they've got this moniker that they are the Evil Empire, right?
Right.
Because all these Orange County schools and other Southern California schools, they don't want to come out to the Inland Empire. I mean, it's not going to end well when you go to Centennial, right?
Absolutely.
Well, they're taking on...
You'll lose a hand.
They'll lose more than that. They're playing in the U.S. Armed Forces Honor Bowl. They do it at Oceanside High School, and it's a bunch of games. But the big matchup, like the marquee matchup, it all kind of builds up to that last game on Saturday night. That will be September 5th. Centennial taking on Sarah, and I saw something on social media. I love myself some Twitter. And Centennial and Sarah, they've got this little publicity poster out, and of course, It's Luke Skywalker against Darth Vader. And who's Darth Vader?
Obviously.
The evil empire. And we've had Matt Logan on this show plenty of times.
He's loving this.
He loves
If he saw this, he loves it.
He loves it. He loves embracing the whole evil empire, Darth Vader. You know, we're the bad guys.
We should actually call him. Matt, if you're around, call us. I want to talk to you about that.
I think there's some passing league tournament today. The
that's
Battle
right,
at the Beach or something like that.
It's down in Huntington Beach, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that. So
it's at Edison.
Maybe next week, because you're going to be flying this thing. So maybe you'll bring Matt Logan on. That'd
towards the end of the show, we want to talk about what we're going to be talking about next week.
What are we going to be talking about next week?
You'll find out at the end of the show.
I don't even know. That's a surprise.
It's a great tease, isn't it?
It is.
Well, come on. We got guys in here who want to talk
let's
football.
talk Redlands East Valley. I just want to give Centennial a quick shout-out for the evil empire. But joining us now in studio, the champs are here. Redlands East Valley. Going left to right, if you're watching us live and amplified all over the world on the Inland Sports YouTube channel, we've got Armando Herrera, Khris Vaughn, and of course, Matteo BIscotti. And guys, thanks for taking the time to join us here on the Inland Sports Show. We appreciate it.
Of course.
What would you be doing on a Saturday in the summer? Lifting weights, watching film?
A little bit of both, actually.
Yeah.
Getting better, just getting better every day, competing with each other and against in the gym and against ourselves.
I thought Khris would be over here saying, I wake up in the morning watching Ninja Turtle cartoons first, then I get my day started, then I really ramp it up. Are you a cartoon guy, Khris?
A little. Every once in a while, when I have some free time.
Any of you guys cartoon guys?
Yeah, a little bit.
Would any of you wear a cartoon-themed shirt to school and think it's cool?
Yeah, of course.
Would you? Who would you wear, Matteo? Is there a guy, a Transformer, a Ninja Turtle, I don't know, a Minion, I don't know. There's
Thor right here.
Thor? Okay, I can see that. What about you, Khris?
Probably Spider-Man.
Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Armando? Come on, you got to pick one. Just don't say like Elsa or Anna from Frozen, okay?
Iron Man.
Iron Man, okay. You guys like the superheroes, I get that. Talking with Redlands East Valley here in the house on the Inland Sports Show, the one and only on Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Guys, man, last year was so good. Don't ask David Zink about it. He's not impressed by your state championship, but I'm impressed, man. That was awesome. You guys had some battles though going through the CIF playoffs in the Inland Division. They kind of worked it so the Big 8 League and the Southwestern League moved out of the Inland Division, and that really opened things up for you guys. And let's look back just real quick on that CIF playoff run. Armando, we'll start with you and just go left to right here. I mean, what are you going to remember about that playoff run? Just going to CIF. We'll get to state and stuff in a moment. But what do you remember about that CIF championship run? And you had some really good games beginning in the quarterfinals.
Every game was a battle. You know, every team gave their all. I thought, even though everyone thought we were going to win, I knew that we had a competition and we couldn't get too overconfident, and we had to play every game like it was our last, and we did.
Khris, did you guys feel like you were the team to beat? I mean, did you feel like, hey, everyone's kind of gunning for us, so every time we play someone, we know they're going to bring out their best. They're going to, you know, if I can use a cliche, their A game, because they know, hey, Rev's that top seed, they're the team to beat, they're supposed to win this, you know, so you knew they were going to bring it.
Yeah, at first I felt like no one really knew who we were. But then once we started beating people and the people were like, oh yeah, Redlands East Valley did, Redlands East Valley this, Redlands East Valley that, like, then I think they knew, like, all right, yeah, we're going to have to take this team out here pretty soon.
How about you, Matteo?
I mean, we're really confident in the coaching we get, and we're really confident that everybody's going to execute our game plan. So, of course, we felt like the team to beat, but at the same time, we have a lot of respect for these schools, and we knew that there were going to be a lot of tough games.
So you win the Inland Division Championship, give Kurt Bruick his first championship, excuse me, as a head football coach. You get Ridgeview, you get past them in the SoCal, I guess you call it the SoCal Championship in Division II, and you go to the state finals, taking on those ugly, ugly Eagles from Clayton Valley. That was also a great game. In the moment, do you enjoy it, or is it after the fact, after you win it all, and you look back and you're like, wow, dude, I can't believe what we just did? Or do you try to really just soak it in the moment? Or, you know, what was that experience like after you won state? We'll start with Matteo this time and go right to left.
I mean, it was unreal. It was, of course, you know, you're not in exactly a calm state of mind. Your heart's still racing and you're not really sure what's going on. But when you look up at the board and you see you won, it's hard to describe. I didn't believe it at first.
How about you, Khris?
It took me a minute to actually realize that we won. Like, after the final bell rang, I was like, wow, like, everybody just, yeah, exactly. Everybody just excited. You're just jumping around. And like after the game is over and you go home, you're like,
he's still in shock. Like, he just can't believe it.
And Armando, let me ask you. So you guys went state. How long after that did you think, man, I got Khris coming back, I got CJ coming back, I got Teo coming back. Why don't we do this again, guys? This was pretty fun. I mean, how long after did you enjoy it for a couple days and then start thinking about next year?
Yeah, honestly, we came back starting the next semester of school, and Coach Bruick was like, it's over. But we knew, like, it was on our mind, and we knew that we had to compete again, and we're going to compete again for it. And the season awaits.
How's the team look through, going through that spring ball and, some summer workout and stuff? You guys probably, lifting and doing that kind of training stuff?
It's tough. It's getting tougher every year. We're looking strong, both offensively and defensively. We have star players all around. I wouldn't even say there's a weakling on the team. We're looking strong.
No weaklings at Rev. You got that, David Zink?
Got it.
Better write that.
Got
in the
it.
Press Enterprise. Now you're impressed.
I'm the weakling.
Hey, we're going to have more with the Redlands East Valley football team when we come back on the Inland Sports Show. Plus, we're also expecting to hear from Caleb Dirks. He's a star relief pitcher in the Dodgers organization, just assigned to Rancho Cucamonga, the Quakes. And pitched really well for Rancho Cucamonga. He's another guy that's going to move up quickly through the Dodgers system. He came from Woodcrest Christian and Cal Baptist University. He's supposed to call in a little bit later in the show. We're also going to talk passing league and also top quarterbacks in the area, which we might have one right here, I think. Hint, hint. All right, we're going to talk a lot more when we come back on the Inland Sports Show, the one and only on Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Radio 1350 and FoxSportsRadio1350.com. Now here's more with Pep on the Inland Sports Show.
There's that champion music. Greg, you're on the spot today, man. Everyone else, we brought like our C games. We got the champs in the house, and we're messing around talking Ninja Turtles and cartoons and all kinds of stuff.
You let us there.
Shout outs to the city of Colton. I mean, anything goes today. 7-Eleven and Slurpees.
It is 7-Eleven.
It is 7-Eleven. I know, I get it. Is it the small Slurpee, or I'm just curious?
They probably try to get you.
Yeah, the small ones. They don't want to give you the big free one, right? You're listening to the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. I'm Pep Fernandez. We got Redlands East Valley in the house. Armando Herrera, Khris Vaughn, and Matteo BIscotti joining us in studio. Want to give another shout out here as we continue the show. We're going to hear from Caleb Dirks, hopefully from Rancho Cucamonga. The Quakes coming up in just a couple minutes. But the shout out going to the guy Deshaun Taylor, formerly of North High School basketball star. He went to the University of Missouri, Kansas City, the Kangaroos. Had a great season as a freshman. Angel Viscara, he's a North High guy, he knows. He had a great season, but that's a long way from home. So now he's transferring to Fresno State. We were going to have him on the show today, but he had a family emergency, so the best of luck. Prayers for Deshaun Taylor and his family, but we're going to hopefully get him on the show again in the near future as he commits to Fresno State. And the Bulldogs, man, they got a good one. He could pile up the points in a hurry. That guy could shoot. Also highlights him dunking. He could dunk, too. I mean, he wasn't the tallest guy, but he could throw it down with the best of them. So shout out to Deshaun Taylor from North High School committing to Fresno State now to ball up there for the Bulldogs. Now, Caleb Dirks, I had a chance to check him out earlier this week. It was Lancaster against Rancho Cucamonga. Went out there to see Jacob Nottingham. He was playing for Lancaster. They also had Brandon Dixon. He plays third base for Rancho Cucamonga. He's a Murrieta Valley High School graduate. And then Caleb Dirks. It was like a whole inland area reunion in that game, and they all got to play. They all did very well. Caleb Dirks came in into a tie ball game in the 9th inning. Got a little dicey. A couple guys got on board, including Jacob Nottingham. Nottingham got a hit off Caleb Dirks, but Caleb settled in. He struck out the side, and then Rancho Cucamonga won it in a walk-off in the bottom of the 10th, so Caleb Dirks actually ended up getting the victory in that game against Lancaster. So that's a pretty good first impression. He just came over to the Dodgers organization in a trade from the Atlanta Braves. So he came up in a big-time way. So shout out to Caleb Dirks as well. When he calls, we'll go straight to him on the Spoiled Quick Quality Change Celebrity Hotline as soon as he calls in. But we've got Redlands East Valley in the house. We'll continue our conversation here with the Wildcats. And guys, I invited head coach Kurt Brook to come on in. And he always says, yeah, that sounds cool. And he's always got stuff going on. He must be a busy guy, but he said he had a birthday party or something going on. How's Kurt Bruick this summer? Is he doing well?
Oh, he's doing swell.
He's always pretty chill.
Yeah.
Until you make him mad, and he's like the angriest guy on the planet. But he always seems pretty chill. How is he right now in the summertime? Is he pretty laid back?
Right now he is. Yep. No worries. You know, we're all doing good. We're all doing fantastic, honestly.
So when do you guys actually put on the pads and helmets? Like first week of August, something like that?
The week before school, so probably August 4th or 5th, one of those 2 days.
Do you guys have a week 0 game?
No.
No, so you actually open in week 1, which would be, I guess, the first Friday in September. Does that sound right?
Yeah. No, I mean, we have a scrimmage against, I think it's four teams scrimmage against King. I don't know the other 2 teams, but I know King's in it.
So the August 28th, when some teams are playing a week 0, you guys will have a 4-way scrimmage.
Yeah.
So what's your non-league like? Who do you guys? I heard Chaminade's in there. I mean, you got some good teams to get you ready for Citrus Belt League play. Who's your non-league? You guys know?
We have Chaminade coming out, and we have St. Bonaventure, and we have Rancho Verde. So both.
Those are 3 big-time games.
Yeah, all amazing.
All the way games.
Now we had Rancho Verde's head coach Jeff Steinberg. Was that just last week? I'm looking for David Zink. Of course, he leaves. Intern Angel, help me out. Was that last week?
With what?
My life's a blur right now, man. It was last week, wasn't it? We had Jeff Steinberg from the Rancho Verde High School in here.
That's your neighbor, dude. You should know.
It's fine. I know. Yeah, I've been talking to him. Dude, I see him all the time. That I see him out of the work setting. So it's like, okay, I see him, at the mailbox down the street. So I don't know if last week was this week or 4 years ago. But anyways, I said, hey, that could be a championship game preview. Redlands East Valley against the Rancho Verde for the CIF Inland Division Championship. Is that the goal again? Obviously, right? You guys already did it once. You want to go back to back. What do you guys have to do to make it happen again this year? Let's start with Matteo over here on the end.
We just have to take it 1 week at a time, just like we did last year. Just focus on every opponent, not overlook anybody. We know it's not going to be easy. We know it wasn't easy last year, but I think we're prepared to do it again.
How about you, Khris?
I think the main thing is just trying to stay healthy this year because last year was a long season, obviously, and having a little wear and tear. But just like Matteo said, as long as we stay focused and don't overlook any team, I think we'll be fine.
Right now, if you're watching this live and amplified all over the world on the Inland Sports YouTube channel, we're looking at some video from the Riverside Holly game, that championship game. Khris, you had the game-winning touchdown, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
We just saw that right now, and of course the INT from Armstrong. Man, that was a heck of a game. Everyone was excited about that new look Inland Division with so many great teams in it. But now you guys have done it. Now you're really the team to beat. If you didn't have a target on your back before, you definitely have it now because you won a state championship. You're one of the best teams in California. So Armando, do you kind of embrace that? Like, hey, you know what? We set the bar really high for ourselves, but we want to live up to it. We want to do this thing again.
Yeah, you embrace it, but you can't be cocky about it. You just have to go into every game strong and not cocky, but confident, and not overlook your opponent because you might slip once or twice or as many times. But you gotta know that this next season we can't be cocky or overconfident because
someone can sneak up and get you, right?
Yeah, someone.
Man, have you guys thought about that legacy? If you guys could win a couple CIFs, a couple state championships. I mean, here on the show we talk about Centennial a lot, and for good reason. I mean, they're always in a state championship game, and they've got a ton of great players coming out of that program. But man, I mean, you guys are doing the same thing as Centennial is, and putting really the inland area on the map. I mean, do you guys think about the legacy that you're creating not only for your school, but maybe the area and what people, when they look at Inland Empire football? Khris, how about you?
I think it's very big. I know we set a few records for the San Bernardino County, and I'm glad to be a part of that. I think that we're starting to get a lot more recognition. And our program is starting to get a little bigger, obviously, but I think we're leaving something pretty big behind.
How about you, Matteo? Do you kind of look at that big picture, or are you just like, hey, I just worried about Chaminade in week one? That's all I'm thinking about.
No, of course we're focused on week one, but it's really cool to be a part of the bigger picture of bringing more attention to IE. And in the bigger picture, it helps a lot more athletes get out and get to college and really help improve their futures. So it's cool to be a part of.
Speaking of college, what's your guys' situation for college? I mean, offers, interest, I mean, what's going on? We'll start with you, Matteo, and go right to left.
Right now I have an offer from Nevada Navy. I'm interested in taking a trip to Nevada soon and learning more about that, but it's still pretty wide open right now.
How about you, Khris?
I have a few offers from University of Washington, Washington State, UC Davis, Northern Arizona. Who else? Eastern Washington. And I'm interested in taking a visit and checking out University of Washington.
Nice.
Yeah.
Armando, come on.
I have some interest from Arizona State. Honestly, I just have a brain. Honestly, I just
brain fart.
Yeah, brain fart. Honestly.
Everybody wants them. Yeah. Everybody wants them.
But I'm excited for my friends here. With their offers. It's amazing to see that they're finally getting out there because I know that their level of how they play is beyond D1 level. So.
Well, I mean, of course you guys want to win ball games, but when you win, also it comes with the scholarship offers, and that's really what gets you to the next level. They almost kind of go hand in hand. Is that safe to say? If you're on a winning program and you're at a school that's doing good things, you're going to get noticed and hopefully get that scholarship offer to continue and get a free education and play football. Do you worry about that much? I mean, is there pressure like, oh man, I got to get that scholarship? Or is it, you know what? I'm going to handle my business on Friday nights. I'm going to work my tail off in the weight room and make sure my grades are good in the classroom, and the other stuff will just kind of fall into place as we go along here. Armando? You're a quarterback. You got to be a smart guy. What's your GPA?
3.7.
See, I told you. What's your favorite subject?
Math. I like math.
Do you?
Yeah, I love it.
You're a quarterback, man. You got to break down the numbers.
Yeah, I love math. Honestly, honestly, school's not bad. I love school. It's fun to be there. Just fun to see my friends every day. Fun to, after school, have football practice, and just compete every day, and it's amazing, honestly. I'm not opposed to school at all.
So it's summertime. What do you guys do when you're not in the weight room? Not breaking down film of Chaminade. I'm sure you've already broken them down in Brooke as you're studying the film. What do you guys, just hanging out? Going to the movies? Watching Ninja Turtles? I mean, what do you guys do in the summer?
Drink a lot of water, definitely.
Hydrate, right?
Yeah.
Hydrate. It's hot out here in the inland area. What else do you guys, you try to just relax?
Yeah, yesterday we went to the beach, so that was fun. Just
like a team building thing, or?
Oh no, honestly it was just probably receivers, but like I know Taylor went to the beach too.
Yeah,
with some of his defensive players, so.
He's kind of like a tight end, right? I mean, he's okay.
Tight end, yeah. I mean, so we're just relaxing, but at the same time we know that we need to have our minds on football. We're in football season now, so it's time, you know.
All right, I can't ask this question to Armando. It's too hard. But I'm going to ask you guys. Because we're talking about the best quarterbacks in the inland area. And if we're going to make a short list, Armando's got to be on that list.
Definitely.
So I'll start with you, Khris. Tell me why Armando Herrera from Redlands East Valley is one of the best quarterbacks, not only in the inland area, but maybe in the state. I mean, this guy won a state championship.
Country Pep.
His accuracy is just amazing to me. Lots of his vision. He can run if he needs to. Like he's amazing. His eyes. He can look off safeties. He can.
Plus the legend of Armando. Last year during the playoffs, you talk to one guy, he's like, oh man, he broke his arm, it's barely hanging on, he's not going to play, and then he runs out of the tunnel and he's fine, he's whipping the ball around, you guys are winning. Next week, and Brooke plays it cool, and I get it, he plays it cool, he's like, I don't know, man, he's pretty banged up, I don't think he can do it, his arm's barely hanging on, I don't know, and he's out there running around, he's fine. So Matteo, I mean, when you guys made that playoff run, obviously he's a big part of what you guys do and the success you guys had. Were you concerned, like, oh man, I don't know if he can go, or I know he's going to power through it. He's fight through the pain. And he's going to do it. I mean,
we knew he was hurting, but we had confidence in him. We know he's a tough kid. We knew he was going to come out and put his best performance on the field, and we know he's really for the team, and he's going to do anything he can to help the team win.
Armando, was there any doubt that you would play last year? Where you're like, what, I don't care. Unless my arm falls off, I'm going to be out there and helping this team win.
No, I wasn't going to play. I couldn't. Honestly, but I knew if I couldn't compete at that level against Paulie, I knew I'd be like, no, I can't do it. But my mind going to that game, I'm going to play. And I did play, so we won. So it was.
It just builds the legend, You guys are too young to remember Kirk Gibson on the Dodgers, and everyone said he was hurt. And then he comes up and hits this game-winning home run in the World Series. It's kind of like you. Everyone's like, oh man, you know what? He's banged up. His arm is just hanging on by a strand. I don't think he can go. It's not going to happen. And you go out there and throw some big-time touchdown passes. Yeah, I'm not saying it didn't hurt. Yeah, but it just kind of builds that legend of last year of you guys winning CIF, and of course going on to win the Division II state championship against Clayton Valley. We've got Redlands East Valley, the football team here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM. Guys, before we let you go, I like to do this with a lot of guests. Finish this sentence for me. In order for Redlands East Valley to repeat what you did last year, the Wildcats need to, and finish that sentence. Armando's volunteering. Mateo over here on the other end, so Mateo, you get to go first.
I think the most important thing for us is just to all have a common goal. That is our goal, is to repeat CIF and to not be afraid of it and to know how hard it's going to be, but just to really respect that goal and know how hard we have to work for it, especially not just to do it once, but to do it again. It has to be a singular focus for the team. It can't be individuals. I really think that's the most important part.
How about you, Khris?
I think staying under control, not losing our heads, and coming together as a team is definitely going to help us win it.
Armando, the math guy over here. I almost said nerd. I'm not going to say nerd.
Team, just being a team. Last year we had a strong bond as a team, and this year we have a strong bond as a team. We can't lose our heads. We have to just be a team and win like a team, or lose like a team. We got to do as a team.
You guys have CIF rings, state rings?
Not with those.
What'd you do with them? I mean, do you wear them? Are they in a glass case?
The box. We don't. Well, we used to wear, when we first got them.
You'd wear 'em, right?
Yeah,
of course, man. Going to the Krikorian, like, what's up, guys? Got my ring on.
Yeah, we were going wearing to school, you know. Everyone, oh, that's your ring? Oh, yeah, that's my ring right here. So yeah, that's what we did.
You want to answer the question?
Yeah. I got the answer right here, teacher. Let me raise my hand with my ring on. Got to show it off a little bit. But now we're embarking on a new season. The rings are put away. The focus has been renewed. Guys, we appreciate the time. Best of luck this upcoming season. We really appreciate you joining us here on the Inland Sports Show.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, that's the Redlands East Valley High School Wildcats set for another big season. And just glad they could take some time here to kind of break it down, reflect back on last year, and also kind of look ahead to what's coming up for the Wildcats. Tough non-league schedule, tough Citrus Belt League, tough Inland Division. They did it all last year and en route to that CIF Division 2, Inland Division and CIF State Division 2 championship game. Intern Angel, David Zink, let's get you guys back in here. We're going to talk the top quarterbacks. Armando Herrera's got to be one of them.
Appreciate it.
He, like I said, the legacy, the legend just really built with his shoulder last year. And there's all those games that, you know, we didn't know if he was going to play or not, and he ended up playing, and, you know, like he did. He had pain. I mean, there's no doubt he had pain, but he was fine, and the results, you know, showed for themselves. They won it all.
You know the best part about that whole interview, bringing these kids in?
What's that?
Was talking to Mr. BIscotti. He gave me like
awesome
three great tidbits. You know, it's like ridiculous, but that was great, wasn't it? It was like a learning session.
You got to see it. The Red Team has amazing booster football T-shirts, man.
I just put it out on Twitter. I just hashtagged or hit it up. What do you call that? I sent it at.
Cool.
I tweeted it. That's right. I tweeted it. I was trying to say, but you can go to Inland Sports. You can see it there. But yeah. But he was one thing he did say was really interesting was I didn't know about Miles Harrison, the guy for
Clayton Valley.
Clayton Valley.
Yeah, the running back,
not
right?
Clayton Valley. He was for it was
Clayton Valley.
Did you know he was arrested with 3 other students for armed robbery? Yeah.
Man.
No, I didn't know that.
So much for a football career. But okay, we move on. It was interesting.
You know, in a previous conversation, I don't know if I brought it up on the show or not. I think I did. That Jacob Guglielmana was probably the top running back. They saw the entire postseason.
Yeah, we talked about that on the show.
And, you know, the Miles kid, Sheldon Croney from Ridgeview, he's a D1 guy.
We talked about Croney, too. We were talking about how he looks like Derek Dickerson when he runs. Remember we talked about that?
Yeah, very upright, you know? Yeah.
Long-legged and upright.
Joey Porter's nephew, I think it is.
Oh, man. He's long-legged, I'll tell you.
Yeah, he is. Joey Porter's a tall guy, you know, for a linebacker, and he was also a wide receiver.
Okay.
And he's one of your boys.
He's my boy. He is.
So, the one question, I was trying to get your attention in the hallway. Yet again, you never look at me.
What?
So, listen.
Hold on. The one time I look for you, I look over there, and you're gone.
I was taking a picture of the T-shirt to put on Twitter.
Well, do I have to get on Twitter right now?
No,
what would the T-shirt say?
The T-shirt says, it's pretty cool, because it kind of just breaks down the championship. I guess this isn't bragging, but it's kind of bragging, which is really cool, because
they earned the right to brag.
Yeah, exactly. They deserve the right. So what it says on the T-shirt, it says it's Redlands East Valley. So it says 16 games. Here, I'll do it like John Facendo. 16 games, 24 weeks, 80 weight sessions, 217 hours practice, 578 miles traveled, 690 points scored, 768 minutes played.
That's
one team, 4 titles, state champs, Redlands East Valley.
Man.
That's a lot to say on the back of a shirt.
That's impressive.
Very much so. We both looked at it.
What was the printing cost on that?
Yeah. You know what it's like in Star Wars where it's kind of rolling by?
Yeah. Going up the screen.
Yeah.
That's cool. But there's more.
You had So wait a minute. You had the three of the best players at Rev.
Yeah.
Played on that team last year.
Yes.
And you never asked about Kurt and his whole leading them out from the end zone. Like what they think of that, or how much.
Oh, the dance.
Yeah, you know how Kurt does his little thing and takes them on out onto the field, and we never asked the compelling questions. The one people want to know about.
You should have came in here.
I was trying to get your attention. You were having so much fun talking to them.
You should have came in.
It's good. You know what? Well, next time they're in,
like
we'll
he was having cafeteria lunch with them.
Yeah.
Hey, they just have to win the state championship again, and then they'll come back.
And we'll do it all over again. Then you can ask.
I was out in the hallway doing it. I was like.
You were doing the Kurt Bruick dance?
He's doing the Ray Lewis.
That's how he got it, right? That's
The
what he
Kurt
does.
Bruick.
He's like kind of hopping back and forth, and then he runs forward, and they all run after him.
Just another reason why you should not only listen to us on Fox Sports Radio, but watch all over
You
the
could have seen me
world.
just imitate Kurt Bruick.
Live and amplified, you just did the Kurt Bruick.
I didn't have the white pants on, though.
He'll rock those.
He does.
Or red. He don't care.
God bless him, because I couldn't.
He does not care.
I would look ridiculous in a pair of white.
They're not skinny pants.
No,
They're
no,
just
no.
multicolored.
They're kind of like deck pants. They're kind of like what you'd wear on a cruise or a yacht,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they are.
With the white belt and a nice red shirt.
It's almost like the Ricky Fowler look
Yes.
on the sidelines for a football coach.
Yes.
Is that fair?
I agree. Wholeheartely.
All right, we've blown up this segment. I want to talk quarterbacks. I want to talk Paloma Valley Passing League.
And by the way, when you just said in the like the area one of the better quarterbacks in the country, you can't ignore that.
Wait, this is the guy who was like, oh, they won a state title.
Yeah.
You know, and now all of a sudden he's like, oh, he's my best friend.
He's
And
hold on.
I love him.
He's buying the shirt.
Wait a second. Hold on a second. That's not even close to true. That's absolutely
I'm just giving you a hard time.
fake. That's not even true.
I just got the feeling, and I was bringing up what all they did last year. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Well, we know it. It's
Not
all
bad.
last year. Let's talk about we're moving forward here, Pep.
Not bad.
If they could win a universal, I don't know, global, galactic title,
That'd be sweet.
Would you be happy?
I'd love to see it, man. If it was played on like some hovering deck of a field,
Yeah.
that was like
Some
hovering.
space station.
It'd be sweet, and you like it would be a hologram that you'd get to watch. It'd be cool.
I think Zink just wants Herrera to go play for UCLA.
It'd be great. That'd be great.
That could happen.
That's what he
That'd
wants.
be great. You know what? I didn't even think about that. I just missed an opportunity.
You
Call
can
up your
recruit
boy
him.
Mora. Just call him. Send him a text first.
Tell him Diddy's no longer there. So
He's no longer. Put down the kettlebell.
When we come back, we're going to talk. I've been talking about that. We're going to talk about quarterbacks for the longest time, but we will come back and talk quarterbacks and talk about the Paloma Valley Passing League. I'm going to show you guys who's in the Passing League. We're going to make a prediction who's going to be in the finals.
Oh, it's easy.
All right, for sure.
Easy.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we'll see how easy it is when we come back on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.
Empire.
Doing a what
the
if.
Inland Sports Show with Pep Fernandez
Again,
on
we're doing a
Fox
what
Sports
if.
Radio 1350
That's crazy.
AM.
You're listening to. Greg's laughing over here. The intergalactic champions of Sports Talk Radio, the Inland Sports Show.
Intergalactic.
If you're not intergalactic, go home.
Dude, that's one of my better songs. Like, if I had walk-up music, Intergalactic from the Beastie Boys might be one of my walk-up
I'm so
songs.
right there with you.
Do we have Intergalactic, Greg?
I'll find. Let's see what we.
Greg's on the call. We'll buy him some time here. You're listening to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio 1350 AM, brought to you by Spoiled, quick quality oil change in Riverside, and of course, Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. They got the travel ball teams. Hit them up at adrenalineathletic.com for more details. Talking quarterbacks.
Ooh.
Here's my short list of the top quarterbacks. You guys can throw in a name if I missed a glaring one. This is off the top of my head, no particular order. I've got Armando Herrera from Rev.
Oh, yeah.
Brett Virgil, Heritage.
Yeah.
Kyle Williams, Vista Marietta. Victor Viramontes, Norco. Anthony Catalano, Centennial. And Cade Sparks, Summit High School. Off the top of my head, no particular order, did I miss one?
I struggle with it because there's a lot of ones potential. If you're basing it on what they've done already, you've got all great guys.
There's always, this is my
Because there's somebody, there's going to be at least one somebody
Yes.
who you've never heard of, thought of, or even seen,
Yes.
and he's going to be one of the guys. And I'm going to give you I'll give you my long shot, my pick.
Yes.
I don't even know if he's going to start, but I'm going to say Matt Logan's nephew, Clevin, is going to be one of those guys.
At King High School. That's a good one.
I'm going to give you that as that's my sleeper.
As you said in the beginning of the show, this is the preseason.
Preseason, yeah, we're way out there.
So this will drastically
Basically,
change.
there's not even some rosters, and
No.
we're going, no, that guy's on the roster.
Yeah.
No, he's on the roster.
For all we know, they could have transferred, and we don't even know yet. So.
Exactly. Well, you don't have either one of the Greeley brothers. Wait, what about one of the Greeleys?
We heard they might have transferred.
They did.
Yeah.
Vista Marietta, and does that put Kyle Williams in a little hot seat?
Well, Kyle Williams is an athlete who I think they put at quarterback because there was a need. There was a need, so maybe they move him now.
I don't know.
Just
the Greeley brothers have moved. I know that they transferred down to Vista Marietta. So
is there a quarterback that I missed? Is there a big name out there just based on what previous years would lend itself to?
Man, I'm.
But you're right. The guys always emerge. You're like, wow, that guy's really good.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, just based on last year.
I'm just going through the city, just this city, and then Moreno Valley go through that. I guarantee you there'll be someone out of Rancho Verde.
We built this city.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Steinberg out there, and he's got talent out there. Steinberg is a great quarterback coach, so I would imagine you're going to find a guy.
That's my short list.
There
But
you
you're
go.
doing a story on Victor.
Big bunch on jump on.
I think you had definitely
Love it.
one of the best ones, if not the best, in studio a few minutes ago. Armando Herrera.
Armando Herrera.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy just wins.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, that's all, and he plays through the pain. And
By the way, he hasn't
torn-up
even started
shoulder.
his junior year yet.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
That's the best thing about that kid.
Starting as a freshman, isn't that crazy?
Yes, and in fact, against Mission Viejo, again, what's it, Mr.
Biscotti.
Biscotti, yeah,
Yeah.
he said, he tore up Mission Viejo like his first game. They
That's
lost
crazy.
in some crazy, and I forget how it ended. It was a close game, but he was doing real well. So
I think you got a new source with our boy Steve.
I'm telling you,
Steve
he's
Biscotti,
very,
man.
very knowledgeable.
He's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
dude. I spent an hour. I was at the University of Redlands at the Washington State camp, and just blew an hour just shooting the breeze with Steve Biscotti, who's a big fan of the show. He listens every week. He says,
Oh, nice.
which is even better.
And basically, he should be one of our phone-in experts then, because he's probably got more information than we do. He's
Our Rev Insider.
by the way, my
He's Adam
San Bernardino
Schechter,
sources
yeah.
are telling me.
Yeah.
Found our new intern.
I got
Oh,
a
man.
new intern Steve. Hey,
Steve.
Steve, we'd like to offer you an internship.
He's probably listening right now.
Yeah, he just hit a
Stop it, yeah,
he just hit a guardrail right now.
Oh my gosh.
We have flown off the rails.
It's been a weird show, hasn't it?
You're kind of in a different place today.
Well,
You're wearing a Mets shirt.
I did. I wore my New York Mets Darryl Strawberry shirt. It's really in honor of Lucas Duda and the Mets, and still being relevant after the first half of the season, because we're heading into the All-Star break after this weekend. And the Mets are still relevant. And Lucas Duda's at the heart of that amazing lineup.
I love the call for mediocrity. We're still relevant.
Still relevant, man.
We'll still come to the stadium.
We're still in there.
And you are. And Lucas Duda's doing work.
Yeah. I mean, he's got, I think 11 home runs. He's around 40 RBI. I mean, he's having another solid season, backed up with what he did last year.
I've seen him glove a couple that are pretty impressive.
Seriously, right? So, anyways, that's why I'm wearing the Mets shirt. to honor the great Darryl Strawberry.
Greg is flying off the rails here. We got to get him back on focus.
For sure.
I thought we were supposed to get intergalactic. What's going on, man?
Great.
It's not in the system.
Jeez.
It's not in the system.
I'll get it next
That's
week.
right. It's GGI. They wouldn't have intergalactic.
He finds all these. He finds all these other songs.
Was that wrong? Was that wrong of me to say?
No.
Is someone going to escort me out of the building now?
Wait, hold on.
Excuse me, Mr. Zink. We're going to have to ask you to leave.
We got about 5 minutes left. The Paloma Valley Passing League begins in just about an hour from now. Arguably, it's the biggest passing league in our area.
10th year.
10th year. No, I think it's the 11th year.
I think it's the 10th year.
I think this is the 11th year.
That's funny because I just read Gabriel's story and he said 10th year.
I'm just.
You're okay. Let's not get caught on the minutia. It's been a long time. They've been doing it a while. Let's just do that.
We're crumbling.
It's 10-ish.
More than a decade.
It's in the 10-ish years.
Decade.
It's a decade-ish old tournament.
But it's going on today. And they've got 24 teams and a lot of good ones.
And for the first time in many years, it's not going to be 100 degrees the whole darn day. It's going to be like 91. It's going to be balmy, nice.
I'm looking forward to actually going out there. And not
sweating
off 20 pounds, which wouldn't be the worst thing in the world.
Remember we did it a couple years ago, and we sent that guy out to shoot video out in a far field because they do it all over the campus. And at one point, someone said, "I don't think he took any water." So then we asked the other guy. Remember, he was that intern guy.
That was before me, I think.
No, I think you were. Well, either way. But so we sent someone else to go make sure he had water. He was out there for 3 hours in 105-degree weather.
Angel,
and he
be
had
glad
no
you're in
water.
there.
Yeah, intern Angel, you've got the good life. Okay. Air-conditioned Fox Sports studio.
It's awesome. I love it.
Why don't you ask him to come along? Maybe he can shoot some stuff for you.
Hey,
I'll stay here.
Our Redlands East Valley insider just checked in.
Oh, did he?
Did not confirm nor turn down the internship offer.
Whoa!
But he did say Will Oliveira from Palm Springs would be another good quarterback to keep on your list.
Look at that.
Quarterbacks.
Dang, man.
I said this is the big board. We need the big board. We want to see. Can you break it down by position?
Hey, Steve, rank your top 10 quarterbacks.
And then running backs, receivers, and then tell us what you think. Like, I'd like to see jumbo linemen and then really interior guys. So let me know how you break that down that way too. And then defense. Obviously, your son's one of the linebackers, but other linebackers that give us all that.
He says, "I'm on board with all of you." So
instead of the ESPN
that's awesome.
interview, we need the.
Bye, Angel.
Well,
Bye,
Angel, when does school start, Angel?
Man, brutal.
Well, you guys saw the teams at the Paloma Valley Passing League, right?
Yeah.
I showed them to you.
Yes.
So there's a lot of good teams. I'm gonna just throw out a couple: Norco, Vista Marietta, Chaparral, Great Oak, Cajon.
I'm going to go way out on the
Citrus Hill. I want you guys to pick the finals. We've got 2 minutes left. Pick the finals for me.
I got Elsinore against El Rancho.
Okay. And now I have Elsinore against Norco. And dude, Zink just rants about this Victor Viramontes kid, and I've seen a few of his games, so I think they'll pull it out today.
I think you're more on the right path.
Viramontes is going to truck some kid in a passing
7-on-7, yeah.
He's going to knee him right in the face.
They can't run. Quarterbacks can't run.
I know.
Good grief, Pep.
But you know how much he likes to? He just wants an opportunity. He relishes running into a linebacker and scrambling from out behind the line of scrimmage more than anybody else. You can see it in his face. He's like, I get to run. Yes!
Well, you've heard there's no crying in baseball. There's no running in passing league. Jeez.
You got a stool with a timer on it.
Listen, I was really trying to find this Beastie Boys Intergalactic song, but the computer over here is just acting real funky.
Find it. I put it on.
Okay, so I'm gonna hit this.
We're a minute 30 from it.
Hopefully this is the song, Greg. So if it's here, just go ahead and crank it up as we pay our respects to our fine sponsors who hopefully don't jump off board our show at this point. Because it's been a good show, just been a little squirrely. Oh, this is how it starts. It's dramatic.
All right, keep going.
It's real dramatic in the beginning. Shout out to Spoiled, quick quality oil change right here in Riverside. Bill Navigado, now that's my boy. You talk about I have boys, Bill Navigato's my boy.
Well, we really need to go take care of Bill and bring him in here, have some fun with him.
We should bring Bill in here. That would be an awesome idea.
Hey, wait, on the way out the door, we got myself, Vinny Fazio, in studio next week. And we'll be bringing in Landon Negri. We're going to talk about the golf course or the golf hole. We're picking the top 18 golf holes in the Inland Empire. We're going to talk a little bit about it. Maybe bring in a couple people from a couple golf teams from around the area, just to talk to them about golf around the area.
It's a big golf explosion in here next week.
It's summertime, man. You got to go play some golf.
Where is
Anyways, I picked the one weekend you wouldn't be here because I know how much you detest the game of golf.
I just love
you and Kyle Glazer.
I'll be gone doing.
He's going to be at sale, yeah.
That's right. Excuse me, yachting. Do you have your deck shoes?
I'll probably just rock the DCs.
Dude.
Hey, so
Spoiled, those are deck shoes.
Quick quality oil change and Adrenaline Athletic Training in Corona. AdrenalineAthletic.com. We appreciate their support. I'm Pep Fernandez for Greg Late, David Zink for the Press Enterprise, and world famous Intern Angel. I've got Great Oak against Citrus Hills in the finals at Paloma Valley. We'll talk about it maybe next week. Maybe you guys can't slip it in that golf talk. You're listening to the one and only Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports Radio, 1350 AM.